In the early 1900s, Cunard Line introduced the biggest and fastest ships in the world. They were the Lusitania and Mauretania. This was a huge problem for the White Star Line. Their newest fleet, the Big Four, were nowhere close to the Lusitania class's speed and size. However, somewhere in the mid-1907, Jabez Ismay, director of the White Star Line, proposed 3 new massive ships. They would go by the names of Olympic, Titanic, and Britannic. The great company behind the building of the Olympic class would be Harland and Wolff. The White Star Line have hired Harland and Wolff for many years to build their ships, since they're pretty skilled builders. But there was just one problem. The Olympic class was too big. Their slipways were too small to fit the Olympic class. So, instead of 3 slipways to build all 3 of them at the same time, they had to take apart all 3 of them and build 2 even bigger ones. Unfortunately, because of this, Britannic had to be delayed. On May 31st, 1911, Olympic officially left Harland and Wolff, and the Titanic was launched. And on the 30th of November, 1911, Britannic's keel would be laid. On April 15th, 1912, disaster struck. The Titanic struck an iceberg and sunk. This was a major problem for the White Star Line. Not only have they just lost their brand new gigantic ship, but also put a bad name on them. They had to act. Major modifications happened onto the Britannic and the Olympic. Britannic was modified. Her bulkheads would reach up to B deck, and she could float with 6 compartments flooded instead of 4. On the 28th of July, 1914, World War I would start. Germany had invaded neutral Belgium, which made Britain declare war on Germany. This also meant that Britain urgently needed hospital ships and troop ships. Britannic would be drafted into a hospital ship, whilst her sister, Olympic, would become a troop ship. On November 21st, 1916, Britannic hit a mine and started sinking. Captain Bartlett ordered for Britannic to turn and try ram into the island of Kia. Unfortunately, her rudder was jammed. Captain Bartlett then ordered to disengage the starboard propeller so the ship would turn even without her rudder. Unfortunately, whilst Britannic was still moving, the crew members still lowered the boats, even when they had orders not to. Britannic's propellers had a great suction, so did for the rest of the Olympic class. Unfortunately, a lifeboat got trapped in the suction and it got crushed, taking the lives of 28 people. Britannic's engines were then immediately ordered to stop.